Welcome to another episode of TorchLight News. I'm Matthew Stubblefield. Well, most stores try to keep their inventory updated with the newest fashions and trends. But UT student and CEO Baker Donahue makes a living turning other people's trash into social media treasures.
When Baker Donahue turns his office lights on, thinking about being a full-time student is out the door. Instead, his focus turns to running a business.
As you can see here, I have acquired stuff to last me for the rest of the season.
Baker bringing his love of UT and his entrepreneurial dreams to life just over 1 year ago.
I had always been brainstorming business ideas, so I went out one weekend and spent about $300 at just about every thrift store in the East Tennessee area.
But Baker didn't want his thrift store haul to just sit in a storefront.
I'm a big fan as well.
He wanted to try out something that had never been done before.
After he takes the pictures of his models in the UT gear, he'll post it on his Instagram.
People began to comment exactly what they'd pay for each article of clothing. $300 grew to $900, $900 to $1,500.
That money,
People are currently commenting, what they'll pay for.
turning very quickly into his empire in with the old.
I'm very passionate about, fashion and e-commerce and marketing, especially. How can I creatively get my message to my customers?
But even if in with the old doesn't last forever, one thing stands: working for someone else isn't in his future.
Yeah, I have ideas floating around all the time. Like I said, if In With the Old can reach a sustainable model, then I will definitely continue to pursue it. But if it ends up being something that I don't see as extremely profitable in the future, I'll jump to my next idea.
But will he share the ideas for his next company?
Not yet. But maybe you'll see them pop up in the future.
If you would like to check out Baker's inventory and try to be the highest bidder, you can visit his Instagram page under the username letter N followed by withtheold_UTK. The Advocates for Autism hosted their first Fall Fest on Friday, October 13th, celebrating fall while also raising awareness for autism. This is the second year for the Advocates for Autism have been a student organization on campus. Brianna Madsen is one of the co-presidents of Advocates for Autism and says the Fall Fest was a success.
There had been families and also students just off of Ped Walkway come by, and it was really good to see the event come to life.
Awareness and educate the UT community on autism. Students and visitors were welcome to walk through the Northwest Coast art exhibition this past Monday. The exhibition displayed numerous works of art made by the people of the Northwest Coast, which included prints, masks, silverware, and many other symbolic objects that represent their cultural values and history.
Give the viewer a wonderful overview of the incredibly complex and beautiful art of the Northwest Coast Indians.
Will stay open till March. The Haslam College of Business hosted their annual 5K this weekend, but there's one thing that sets this race apart from any other. You're seeing it right. These participants have no shoes on. The Haslam College of Business hosting their Barefoot Benefit. They say running a race barefoot actually improves your performance. But the greatest reason for the event is to raise money for the Samaritan Place. Rachel West says they just want to raise money in a fun, exciting way.
Our fearless leader, Dr. Kadat, his daughter worked at Samaritan Place, and that's how he heard about it. And so from there, we worked with him, and so he allows the students to do a marketing aspect, a finance aspect. We are running this event, and it's a real world experience for us, and at the same time, we get to help these wonderful people. So.
The Barefoot Race was the first of its kind and has been blazing trails ever since. In honor of Halloween and our childhoods, Movies on the Square hosted a special screening of Hocus Pocus. The Square was transformed into an outdoor theater under the stars. Visitors were invited to bring their blankets and lawn chairs out to the square. Specials this year included The Goonies, Grease, Moana, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Wall-E. Now, although this was the last movie of this year's series, there are plans to bring back the events next summer. Well, if you tried to drive on Gay Street Bridge this weekend, you were probably asked to turn around. The bridge temporarily closing for the Arts and Culture Alliance of East Tennessee hosting their dinner on the bridge fundraiser. The Alliance hopes to use the money to bring in more funds for local artists to create their art, something Lisa Zinni says is fundamental to a developing city.
Aside from the fact that it's a powerful economic driver, it drives tourism, it drives the attraction of new companies, it drives that very important creative class that every city needs, it also gives every city a sense of place. We're not like anywhere else. We're Knoxville.
Now, this is only the first of 3 closings for the bridge in the following week. The bridge will also close on the 28th for the next Open Streets Knoxville. It will then remain closed for the next few weeks for a waterline installation that is part of the Gay Street redevelopment. The city says the bridge should be open before Thanksgiving. Well, thank you for joining us for TorchLight News, and make sure you stay up to date on all your UT news by following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at TorchLight UTK. Shining light on UT News, I'm Matthew Stubblefield. Have a great day, UT.